Right. Right. Good morning, everyone. Online students, good morning. Can you hear me? Can you see the screen? Can you please respond to me in the chat for me, guys? Online students, please check. Can you hear me? Can you see the screen? Please respond to me in the chat for me. Perfect. Perfect. Yes. A very, very morning, guys. Very, very morning. So, yes, you can hear me. You can see the screen. All right. Let us start our today's session. So, guys, yes, before starting our today's sessions, as always, let us just try to have a very, very small, a quick recap of the concepts which I had covered in our last 2 days of our session. So, yeah, nearly from last 2 days onwards, we've been discussing about IO streams concept. Basically, when you're speaking about IO streams, four types of streams are there: byte streams, character streams, data streams, and object streams. There are these special streams are also available known as buffered streams. Buffered streams are exactly same like byte streams and character streams, but with more efficiency. As simple as this. Same methods, same logics we need, right? But instead of creating an object for file input stream or file output stream, file reader or file writer, we need to create an object for buffered input stream or buffered output stream, buffered reader or buffered writer. And of course, we need to use file input stream as a source for its data, like file input stream or file output stream, file reader or file writer as a source for its data. So yesterday, we completed discussing about byte streams, character streams, buffered byte streams, and buffered character streams. Yesterday, I gave you a small task also. Did you do that? Right. That is great. So now today, we will be completing with IO streams, that is data streams and object streams. Very easy, very, very easy. Easily you'll be able to complete tomorrow. From tomorrow onwards, we are going to start with the collection framework. 3 days. Wednesday, Thursday. Today is Wednesday. Okay. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 3 days. Don't miss that. Please don't miss these 3 days. Okay. If you are understanding perfectly these 3 days, remaining 1 week of classes will be very, very easy. Collections, 10 days, we are going to discuss. In these 10 days, starting 3 days, that is from tomorrow onwards, plays a very, very crucial role. Tomorrow, we will not write any code, not even a single program. Tomorrow, only theory, introduction. Trust me, plays a crucial role. Day after tomorrow, one program, only one program. Saturday, one program. That's it. Not more than that. If you are understanding this, then coming 1 week of classes will be very, very easy for you. And a lot of times people ask me about like vacations, Dasra holidays, when Dasra holidays will be coming. Time is there. No, seriously, time is there. So whenever that time comes, I'll let you know, right? Next week also, we will be having a class, most probably. I'm not confirming it anything. I'll confirm it to you maximum by Saturday. Maximum by Saturday. Am I clear with that? Come on, dot. And again, one more time I'm saying, Dasara vacations depends upon the trainer. Depends upon your trainer. You guys are attending core Java. After that, yeah, advanced. Okay, me only. After that, Oracle. My vacations are different. Oracle vacations are different. If you are attending UI vacations are different. Don't think like everyone will be having the same things. Okay. You need to plan it accordingly. I hope you're understanding exactly what I'm saying. Respond? All right. Okay, okay, okay. Now let's start with our today's session, that is data streams. Okay. Just a sec. Data data streams. Okay. So what is the use of these data streams? Data streams are used to transfer primitive data types, primitive data types in a secure manner. Okay. All right. Data streams are used to transfer primitive data types. You know how many primitive data types we are having? Eight primitive data types are there. All these eight primitive data types, by using data streams, we can transfer them in a secure manner. I'll show you. I'll show you. These are also known as, these are also known as filter streams. Okay. These are also known as filter streams. Just let me try to keep it like another name. Just another name for these data streams are filter streams. That's it, not more than that. All right. Now, when you're speaking about byte streams, we are having two abstract classes. Abstract classes. What are those two abstract classes? I abstract classes. Input stream. I'm not speaking about implementation class. Abstract classes. What are those? Input stream and output stream. For data streams, we are having two interfaces, not abstract classes, interfaces. What are those two interfaces? Data input, data output. Interfaces, not abstract class. Okay, okay, okay. Let me just try to keep it like this. What are those? Data input and data output. These are the two interfaces. Okay, just like abstract class, we know that we will not be able to create an object for interface. So obviously we need to have an implementation class. And yes, for data input, we are having an implementation class known as data input stream, data input stream. For data output also, we are having an implementation class known as data output stream, implementation class. Implementation class in the sense this is the class object which we need to create. Now for data input stream and for data output stream also, we need to use file input stream as a source for its data. File input stream as a source for its data. For here, we need to use file output stream as a source for its data. You already know what do you mean by source. We need to give the file path. Yes or no? Yesterday only we covered that. So you are see source. Okay. So here also, just let me try to keep it like this. Okay, okay, okay. Enough, enough, enough. Me just try to keep it like this. Okay. So one more time, I am saying this. Today, first we are starting with the data streams. When you're speaking about data streams, wait. What is the use of these data streams? Data streams are used to transfer primitive data types in a secure manner. All right, all right. When you're speaking about data streams, there are two interfaces, data input and data output. Obviously, interfaces, we will not be able to create an object. So for data input and data output, there are two implementation classes, data input stream and data output stream. Data input stream, which is used to read the data, data output stream, which is used to write the data. Remember, whenever we are dealing with data streams, we are dealing with the primitive data types. I want you to kindly please do remember that. Just let me try to keep it like the okay. Remember that we are dealing with primitive data types, right? Okay. And for data input stream, we need to use file input stream as a source for its data. For data output streams, we need to use file output stream as a source for its data. All right, let's deal with the code. So void file operations file operations. Up to now, whenever we are dealing with byte streams or character streams or buffered streams, first did we read the data or write the data? First we read the data, right? Right now, let's try to write the data. First, I want to write the data. So why? Yeah, you'll understand in a couple of minutes. You will be able to understand that. Am I clear with that? So first, I want to write write the data. Okay, okay. System.out.println implementing data streams. Okay, okay. Implementing data streams. All right, guys. Please tell me. First, I want to write the data. What do you think? Which object we need to create? Write data output stream. New data output stream. Come on, new file. Absolutely new file output stream. And here you know that we need to give the absolutely. We need to give the file path. Okay, okay. Equal to DOS belongs to data output stream. And here th always throws exception. Directly I'm writing like this. Now here we need to give the file path. Okay, okay. Let me I'm going to use the same file path, file one. Let me just try to remove the data. If I'm not removing also, you know it what happens. Just replace, that's it. Okay. Okay. Now here, all these I'm deleting them. Okay. Now only one file is there, file one. And of course that is empty. Nothing is there. Okay. Now here, just let me try to close it. Okay. Just for understanding purpose, system.out.println, uh, C1 and HTML connection created. Okay, okay, okay. Please tell me what is the use of data streams? What is the use of data streams? To transfer primitive data types in a secure manner. So first I want to write integer data I want to write. What I want to do? Integer data. Write. Write. Okay. DOS dot write int. I'm trying to write 1,000. Now I want to write char. Tell me. DOS dot write char. I want to write boolean. DOS dot write boolean. And just let me go with true. False is default value. I want to go with true. And again, I want to write int. Yeah, DOS dot write int. Simply, I'm going to write something like 2000. That's it. Done. Completed. System.out.println data ent and data entered securely. Data entered securely. And of course, it's always a good programming practice to close the resource. Let me go to my main method. Now, inside my main method, new class A equal to AOBJ belongs to class A, and after that AOBJ dot file operations. Just let me try to use throws clause, throws exception. Now let's try to execute. Right click, run as Java application. Implementing data streams, connection created, data entered securely. Let us just try to open the file. NIT file one. Where is our data? It's there. Sir, but we are unable to view. Yeah, of course. What is the use of data streams? What is use of data streams? It is used to transfer primitive data types in a secure. And by the this is not encryption. This is not encryption. Encryption means, we need to use algorithms. AES, DES, SHA algorithm, RSA algorithm. Lot of algorithms are there. Okay. This is absolutely not encryption. Whenever we are trying to pass primitive data type into the file by using data streams, that data will be converted into machine code. This is not encryption. Am I clear with that? Respond. Online students, I need your opinion here. Please respond to the chat, guys. Come on, come on, come on. Please respond. Please respond. Okay, perfect. Again, I'm saying you this is not encryption. Okay, 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 okay. Now I want to read the data. First, I entered the data. Now I want to read the data. Sir, why you first entered the buddy? If the data is not there, from where I need to read? Are you getting the point here? Come on. That is the reason first we write the data. Now already data is there. Let's try to read it back. Okay, let's go. Tell me the code. Tell me the code. You know the code. Tell me. New data input stream. Yeah, go ahead. Hang on. New. Just a second. New file input stream. And here, can I give exactly the same path? Of course, I need to give exactly the same path. Why? Because I want to read the data back from that file now. Yes. Okay. Go ahead. Semicolon. Data input stream. All right. Go ahead. DIS belongs to data input stream. Okay. Now, just for our understanding purpose, I'm going to write this. Writing this line is not mandatory. It's just for our understanding purpose. That's it. Okay. Okay. Now, what you want to do? I want to read. Okay. Which data you want to read? Tell me. We have entered. These are the primitive data types, right? Now, which data you want to read? Sir, I want to read int. Okay. DIS. Come on, you can do this. Dot read int. Done. Completed. Let me just try to copy. DS dot read int. After that, read char, read boolean, read int. Done. Now system.out.println data RID data retrieved, and of course it's always a good programming practice to close dis dot close. Am I able to read my data? As simple as this. Now I have online students. Up to now, is it clear, guys? Online students, I need your opinion on this. Please respond. Up to now, is it clear? Okay. 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 That is good. That is good. Now, for example, what is my output? Oh, I'm writing the data. I'll do one thing. Uh, I'm going to keep these in comment. Better. I'm just trying to read only int. Tell me what is my output. You need to respond, guys. Right click, run as Java application. That is absolutely correct. Okay, okay, okay. Now tell me what is my output. Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay. 1000. Now tell me what is your output. 1000? think about the answer for a second, for a minute, and tell me. 1000 and 2000? Yes? Okay. Now tell me what is your output. Are you understanding the problem here? Yes? Anyways, first let me try to open this. Right click, run as Java application. 1000, okay, what? 4260096. What is this? Right. Wait, let's try to do some experiments here. What? Right. The point you need to remember here is whenever you are retrieving the data from these data streams, you need to maintain the order in which order you have entered the data. Exactly in the same order you need to retrieve. Otherwise, you will be getting consistent results. Sir, what if I forgot the order? Forgot the data also. Secure manner. I hope you are getting the point here. Respond. Online students, please respond to the chat. Am I clear with this? Yeah, Shireen, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. In which order we have entered the data, in the same exact order you need to retrieve. Please do remember that point, right? So now let me just try to keep it like this. And yeah, we'll be able to get an output like this. So in data streams, whenever we are retrieving the data back from the data streams, we need to maintain the order. We'll do one thing. Whenever retrieving the data by using, instead of back, by using data streams, we need to maintain the order. Got it? Please keep assigning as data streams. Have this in your notes. Go ahead. Done? Done? Can you please have the program? Go ahead. Remember, all IO classes are present inside IO package. Java IO package. Please carry on. Students, if completed, can you please try to message me in the chat? Done? Not done? 2 minutes. 2 more minutes. Take time. No worries. All right. I guess it's complete for everyone. Okay. Now, so that is about data streams. Now, let's try to deal with the next streams, that is object streams. Object streams. Okay, okay, okay. Now, before understanding this object streams, you need to have an idea about a concept known as serialization, not synchronization. Serialization is different, synchronization is different. We discussed about synchronization concept whenever we are dealing with the multi-threading. Do you remember that? Multi-threading. If multiple threads are trying to act on a same resource at the same time, we will be getting inconsistent results. In order to avoid that, we need to use this concept synchronization. In how many ways we can achieve synchronization? Two ways. A method, entire method can be synchronized, and a block of code can be synchronized. Yeah, we know that. We covered that. Now I am speaking about serialization. Okay, what do you mean by serialization? For example, for example, you wrote some instance variables in your class. Instance variables. Okay. You created an object for that class. Object. And you know that whenever we are creating an object, entirely a separate copy of instance variables will be getting created. Yes or no? Now I requested you to send me that object. Sir, you can create. No, no, no. I don't want to create that object in my program. I want to use the object which you have created. Remember, object is also a memory. Yes or no? Come on. Inside the object which you have created, a copy of instance variables will be there. So, whenever you are trying to send me that object, I will extract that object and I'll be able to use the variables. Sir, I did not understand. Very simple. You have created an object in your program. Yes. Send me that object. How? Write that object in a file. Send me that file. For example, you are having some data in your laptop. I requested you to send me the data. What you will do? You will type the data in a file and send me that. Yes or no? Yes or no? You will write that data into a file and send me that file. Exactly the same. Write the object into a file and send me the file. The process of converting an object into network supported format or file supported format. I repeat, I repeat, the process of the process of converting an object into network supported format or file supported format is known as serialization. In other words, in simple words, writing an object into a file, writing an object into a file is known as serialization. Retrieving back, retrieving the object back from the file is known as deserialization. So, one more time I'm saying this. Writing an object into a file. What is a process known as serialization or converting an object into file supported format or network supported format? It is known as serialization. In order to perform serialization, we need to use object streams. Dot. Now, here, let me just try to write a small point here. Serialization means serialization is a process of writing an object into a file, and this is done by using object streams. Serialization is a process of writing an object into a file. And yeah, this is done by using object streams. This is done by using object streams. As simple as that's it, not more than that. Now, here, let me just try to keep it like this. Now, when you're speaking about object streams, you don't have any abstract classes or interfaces. Directly, we will be having object input stream, object output stream. Directly, we'll be having object input stream and object output stream. Object input stream is used to read the object from the file. Object output stream is used to write the object into a file. Now, here also we need to use file input stream as a source for its data. Here also we need to use file output stream as a source for its data. As simple as this. I hope you're understanding the point here. Okay, now let's try to see these object streams. Let me remove this. Okay, this is class A. Well, like class B. I want to take one more class, that is class C. Okay, okay, okay. Now, class A. Inside class A, int A equal to 100, int B equal to 200. Here, int X equal to 111, int Y equal to 222. Two separate classes, two separate instance variables I have taken. Okay, okay. Now, I'm going to use directly my main method, system.out.println, implementing serialization. Okay, sure. So obviously, if you want to work with serialization, what do you mean by serialization? Writing an object into a file. Writing, writing, not reading. Okay. Writing an object into a file. So obviously, if you want to work with serialization, first we need to have an object. We need to have an object now. So I'm going to create new class A equal to AOBJ1 belongs to class A. And just for our confirmation, am I able to access my instance variables with the help of this reference? Let me just try to execute. Right click, run as Java application. Of course, I'm able to access. Okay, no problem. I'm able to access. Right. Now, I want to write this object into a file. Write, write. Tell me the code. New? That is correct. Tell me. New object, 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 output stream, new file, output stream. And here, you know that we need to give the file path. Okay. Equal to OOS belongs to object output stream and THROWS throws exception. Now here we know that we need to give the file path. Okay. Let me just try to use the file path here. Now, guys, this is very important. Listen to this clearly. If you want to perform serialization, what do you mean by serialization? Writing an object into a file. Your file extension should be .ser, serializable file, not txt, not pdf, not doc. No. What should be its extension? .ser, serializable file. SER. And just in order to avoid the confusion, I'm going to use the file name as data. Data.ser, remember that. Online students, I need your opinion here. Please respond. Am I clear with this? Yeah, Shilpa, that is good. Come on. Please respond. Am I clear with this? Whenever you are performing serialization, please make sure that file extension should be .ser. Okay. Now, system.out.println connection CRATD connection created. Okay. Now, simply, I'm going to what I want to do, what I want to write object. OOS dot write object AOBJ1. That's it. Completed. Done. System dot out dot println serialization COMPLETD completed. Serialization complete. Now here I want you to remember one small thing. If you want to perform serialization for a particular class object, right now, for which class we want to perform serialization? Class A. Pretty much damn sure that class should inherit a marker interface. Marker interface. What do you mean by marker interface? Empty interface. It will not be having any variables or methods. And I gave you two examples. First one is clonable, which we already covered. Second one is serializable. If we are not, for example, let me execute. Am I getting an exception? What is the name of the exception? Not serializable exception. You are trying to create an object for class A. You are trying to serialize class A object, but unfortunately, you cannot do that. Why? Because that class is not inheriting serializable marker interface. Oh, okay. Now here implements, implements serializable. Now let me right click. Of course, it's always a good programming practice to close. OS dot close. Right click, run as Java application. Done. Now, if we open this, see, did we got our file, serializable file? This is our object along with the values, along with the instance variables. We'll do one thing. Let's try to deserialize. Yeah, sure. Let's try to deserialize. Now here, simply system.out.println deserialization, STARTD, started. And here, so what do you mean by deserialization? Come on, reading the object back from the file. Come on, guys. What do you mean by serialization? Absolutely. Writing the object into a file, serialization. Its reverse is deserialization. Okay. Tell me the code. New, good. New object input stream, new file input stream, and you know that we need to give the file path. I want to read the data from this file. Okay, equal to OIS belongs to object input stream. Okay, now just for my understanding purpose, I'm going to write like this: connection created. Okay, now what I want to do? Tell me what I want to read. Object. Okay. OIS dot read object. Which object I want to read? Class A object. I want to read a class A object. Typecast equal to AOBJ2 belongs to class A. Just for our confirmation, if I'm trying to print system.out.println AOBJ2 dot A plus AOBJ2 dot B, here whatever the output we are getting, here also we should be getting exactly the same output. Am I right or wrong? Tell me. Let's go. Right click, run as Java application. Of course, we are getting exactly the same output. Am I clear with that? Come on. Now, sir, how many objects we can write into this file? Any number of objects. Okay, let's try to write one more object. You need to respond, guys. Let's go with class B. Okay, new class B equal to BOBJ1 belongs to class B, and make sure to implements serializable. Okay. Now here also I want to write system.out.println BOBJ1 dot X plus BOBJ1 dot Y. Okay, object input stream, connection created, writing the object OOS dot write object. What is that? BOBJ1 serialization completed, and then we started deserialization and created an object, connection created. Now I want to read. Tell me. OIS dot read object. Okay, which right now which object I want to read? Class B equal to BOBJ2 belongs to class B, and here system.out.println BOBJ2 dot X plus BOBJ2 dot Y. If everything is working properly, here whatever the output we are getting, here also we should be getting exactly the same output. But we are getting an exception. Why we are getting, what is the name of the exception? The reason of the exception is currently before your eyes. Tell me the reason. Tell me the reason. Let me give you a small hint. What is the main point in data streams? Order. In data streams, you need to maintain the order, na? Exactly the same. BOBJ, class B object. Which object I am reading first? Both are not same. You need to maintain the order. In which order we have entered the data, in the same order we need to retrieve it back. Now, if I execute, of course, I'll be able to get my output like that. Am I clear with this? Online students, please respond to me. Is it clear? Shilpa, is that clear, Amma? In line number 31, we are creating an object. We are trying to create an object for object input stream. We are trying to create an object for object input stream, Amma. See, okay. In line number 20, we are creating an object for object output stream. Why? We want to write the object. In line number 31, we are trying to create an object for object input stream. Why? We want to read the object back from the file. Writing, okay, but we need to read now. In order to read it, we are creating this object. Is that clear? Great. Now, please keep your side heading as serialization. Note down a small point for me. Serialization. The process of the process of writing an object into a file, the process of writing an object into a file is called serialization. Is called serialization. In simple, next point. In simple, it is a process of converting an object from it is a process of converting an object from Java supported version to converting an object from Java supported version to network supported version or network supported version or file supported version. Network supported version or file supported version. Dot. Next point. The process of reading, the process of reading the object, reading the object from a file is known as deserialization. Is known as deserialization. Next point. We can serialize a class object. We can serialize a class object only if that class is only if that class is implementing only if that class is implementing a marker interface known as serializable interface. Serializable interface. Next point. If we are trying to serialize if we are trying to serialize a class, a class which is not implementing, which is not implementing serializable interface, which is not implementing serializable interface, then we will get, a runtime exception. Then we'll be getting, or else we will get a runtime exception, not serializable exception. Runtime exception, that is not serializable exception. Enough. Okay. Now, please, just one last point. Listen to this clearly. Anna, listen, Ra. For example, okay, I'm performing serialization here. I don't want to share the value of A in the file. I want to hide that. See, when you're speaking about instance variables, there will be a lot of instance variables. For example, take employee bean class. In advanced Java, you are using bean class now. Yes, yes. There will be multiple instance variables are there. I don't want to share all those instance variables. Then do one thing. Which variables you don't want to share, which variable values you don't want to share, make that variable as transient. Transient. Whenever you are making a variable as transient variable, JVM will ignore the original value of that variable and it will store only the default value of that particular data type. For example, AOBJ1, eyes on the board. AOBJ1. Am I performing any serialization here for this AOBJ1? Up to now, at this line, in line number 14, I created an object, yes or no? So if I'm calling AOBJ1.a, my value will be 100. No problem, no problem. Here, I'm speaking about AOBJ2. We are reading the object back from the file. Yes or no? Come on. At that time, A value will not be 100. What is its value? 0. Default value for int, that is 0. I hope you are getting the point here. Please respond. If you don't want to share a value of the variable in the file, that is object serialization, then please make that variable as a transient variable. I hope it's clear, guys, for everyone. Okay. Can you please write a small point for me? Just a small point. Note point. While performing serialization, while performing serialization, if we don't want to save the, if we don't want to save the value of a particular variable, we don't want to save the value of a particular variable, then we should declare that variable with, then we should declare that variable with, tell me which keyword? Transient keyword. Transient, different technologies. Transient keyword. Next point. At the time of serialization, at the time of serialization, JVM ignores the, at the time of serialization, JVM ignores the original value of transient variable. JVM ignores the original value of transient variable and save default value to the file and save default value to the file. Kindly please have this in your notes. Go ahead. Little bit fast. Shilpa sir, will it store the data in default values or read with default values? It will store the default values amount. Okay, right. Remember, in data streams and in object streams, you need to maintain the order. Done? Can you please have this? Go ahead. Start with class A, class B. I guess class A and class B completed. Right. I guess it's completed. All right. That's it, guys. That's it for today. I'm done for today. So tomorrow onwards, we are going to start with collection framework. Trust me, that is almost as important as OOPS concepts. Don't miss that. Okay. Dot. Thank you. Thanks for listening. We'll be trying to continue our session second by tomorrow. Thank you. Online students, I guess you enjoyed our today's sessions. That is great. That is great. See you guys. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Yeah, that is good. Ali, that is good.